They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
But not you, man.
But they can't control me.
Say and Jay-Z will do anything to destroy anyone who speaks out against them.
You know, when you're early in your career, you feel that you have to listen. And when you buck, they buck harder.
The old tale of A-list celebrities going to the furthest reaches of the earth for power to stay on top is pretty stale. But I ask you, is it? Because some recent and rather radical confessions have just come out of the industry, and just like that, they're back to being the center of attraction. Now Beyoncé seems to be living a nightmare, as a former security guard of hers has now come out with some details that could potentially ruin her career. Could these conspiracy theories about Queen Bey really be true? Exactly what did Uncle Ron say that has the whole industry upside down? Sit tight because I'm about to spill all the tea. Uncle Ron has recently made some intriguing allegations about the power couple, causing a stir in the music industry and putting Beyoncé, the queen of black music, under scrutiny.
How you guys ended Carrie Hilson's career because she said something about it.
And the people seem to be on Uncle Ron's side this time. One of them commented, "I've always believed there is something disturbing, evil whatever about Beyoncé. You don't get that much success in Hollywood without some kind of nasty stuff in your heart." Another praised Ron for being courageous enough to reveal the truth to the world even after getting serious threats. Why would a grown man talk about someone as huge as Beyoncé even after knowing that he'd get death threats? Wake up, Tifo. He's trying to tell you something. I respect him for standing his ground no matter who TF it is. Hats off to you. The recent controversies have resurfaced the murder allegations surrounding the late R&B princess Aaliyah Dana Houghton. Aaliyah tragically passed away over 20 years ago in a plane crash that claimed the lives of 8 others while traveling from a video shoot in the Bahamas to Miami.
Plane, just after taking off for Florida in perfect weather, suddenly plummeted to the ground. Investigators now saying one of the engines apparently failed. Along with 8 passengers, Aaliyah, a young Brooklyn native and a talented singer and actress.
During the time of her passing, rumors swirled about a love triangle involving Jay-Z, Beyoncé, and Aaliyah, which captivated fans. However, Aaliyah's sudden death sparked an investigation into the incident, and the conclusion reached by some fans was startling. Aaliyah was trafficked to R. Kelly at 15 by her family for fame and then started messing with Jay-Z, who is on Jeffrey Epstein's flight log. Beyoncé got jealous and had her killed. You can't tell me this isn't a possibility. Just Ice for Aaliyah, hashtag Hollyweird, hashtag Jays, hashtag BEYONCE, hashtag Aaliyah. The rumors continue to circulate, and to make matters worse, these allegations from Uncle Ron are having a devastating effect on Beyoncé's career. Recently, she performed a controversial concert in Dubai, known for its strict laws that violate basic human rights and contradict her values. Although the gig was supposed to be private, fans made it public and it generated a lot of headlines. Beyoncé was reportedly paid £20 million for the performance.
Now, it took a rumoured £20 million to persuade Beyoncé to perform her first headline concert for 5 years. The singer took to the stage in Dubai last night.
And as you might have thought, fans were pretty upset with the Queen's behavior. No beef, but I'm struggling to understand why Beyoncé, who has $500 million, would accept $20 million to make her debut performance of the Renaissance album, a record which lives heavily from queer culture in Dubai, a country where LGBT rights aren't recognized. Another asked, "I get it, everyone wants their coin, but when you're that rich, is it that worth it?" The Beehive's attempt to defend Beyoncé by stating that she did not perform anything from her LGBT album Renaissance did not quell the controversy, and instead added more fuel to the fire. So many people saying she didn't perform anything from Renaissance though. Does that actually make a difference? She's in cycle for an album indebted to queer culture. The question should be, why didn't she? Could she? To further attack the singer, human rights activists have also been calling her out.
Of course, Beyonce has made a huge thing about slavery in the United States. In the Middle East and in Dubai, there is a form of modern slavery where migrant laborers are kept under appalling conditions.
The anger and criticism from the LGBT community is justified, as Beyoncé's recent actions contradict her previous stance on the issue. However, these concerns seem trivial when compared to the murder allegations surrounding the death of Aaliyah. Some fans have speculated that Jay-Z and Beyoncé's involvement with the Illuminati led to the princess's sacrifice. One fan expressed their thoughts on Twitter. Jay's and Aaliyah used to date. He wanted her to join the Illuminati. She didn't, so he killed her and married Beyoncé because she was willing to join. Unfortunately, Aaliyah was not the only one believed to have suffered at the hands of the power couple. Many seem to have forgotten about Carrie Hilson until Uncle Ron recently accused them of destroying her career.
Beyonce, how you guys ended Carrie Hilson's career because she said something about it.
Given Ron's position as a former bodyguard who was required to be present wherever the client was, his claims hold some credibility. The attention his claims have garnered has brought to light some old videos of Carrie's interviews, leading fans to believe that Ron's accusations may hold some truth.
And when you buck, they buck harder. And they make threats. And those threats are huge ones.
As you just heard from the songwriter herself, she received death threats, possibly due to the conflict between her and the Queen. For those unfamiliar, the feud began in 2009 when fans interpreted Carrie's hit song Turn Me On as throwing shade at Beyoncé. Although the song was part of Carrie's debut album In a Perfect World, it received a lot of attention and buzz. Her lyrics read, "Your vision cloudy if you think that you the best. You can dance, she can sing, but need to move it to the left. She needs to go to have some babies. She needs to sit down. She fake, the mother chicks ain't worth talking about." After years of receiving harsh treatment from Beyoncé's fans, Carrie Hilson finally addressed the rumors surrounding her supposed diss track in an interview with Hardnick TV. She denied any and all interpretations of the lyrics that have been circulating. However, the fans continue to relentlessly attack her.
I speak my mind and I make no apologies for it. So, it's a hot verse. I love the verse. Yes, I heard specific names being brought up. No, it's...
Eventually, Carrie Hilson had enough when Beyoncé records were being thrown at her on the streets. She took to Twitter to express her frustration, stating, "You have no idea what your hateful words could do to someone's spirit. Years of verbal abuse from strangers all day long. Enough is enough." A sympathizing fan on Twitter wrote, #Carrie Hilson, just like being stabbed repeatedly in the heart, only you ain't dying, but the pain is the same. Although Beyoncé never directly responded to Carrie, some believe that she had a hand in the fan abuse that Carrie faced for so long. Carrie even tweeted at Beyoncé, hinting that she should rein in her minions. "I get it, okay, you can stop now. As far as whatever you're really mad about, I have my reasons. It's been years. Just chalk it up to your ignorance of my reality and let it go. As for my mistakes, God has dealt with me." While the beef eventually faded away, Carrie's career never fully recovered. Her difficult experience led her to refuse to hold up the Juicy magazine issue featuring the power couple on the cover.
The magazine, just shout out Juicy Mag.
When Carrie talked about her behavior at the Soul Train Awards, she said no one could ever compare to Beyoncé. No one will for a very, very, very long time, and that was never my aim either. However, it was framed that way. It was written that way. Was not my lyrics, was not my writing, was not my doing. And then I'm caught, like, do I tell the truth? Do I expose them early in my career? I'm super young, super new. This is my first album. It just soiled my whole dream. According to the theory of one fan, all of this was just one elaborate plan to destroy Carrie's career, as it had become clear that she was competing with the Queen. Why Carrie Hilson ain't hold the magazine up, Beyoncé definitely killed that lady career. Another added, Beyoncé is seemingly so powerful, it's not hard to believe she's capable of doing some things. Those hand signs and crazy faces she makes definitely don't help. It's like Beyoncé and Jay-Z just can't lose. People have been starting to sense something isn't right for quite some time. And although Carrie had already shifted the spotlight from where she was, she still revealed that she had a new album on the way. Expectedly, her fans are pretty ecstatic about her re-entry to the R&B world. Carrie needs to make a comeback because we are all in need of some real R&B music with a positive vibe. That's it for today, folks. Until next time, goodbye.